Greetings, Earthlings. What are we? Some kind of Thunderbolts asterisk here? Where today I'm here to review the newest movie in the MCU, Thunderbolts asterisk. I feel like I'm weeks late to this review, but at the same time, it hasn't even been a week since the movie released. And the reason that I feel like it's been so long ever since I saw the movie, because I saw it on Friday, it's because they've already spoiled pretty much the whole entire movie, which is a really weird move from Marvel. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the movie itself. So, Thunderbolts is Marvel's basically Suicide Squad, but with a lot less suicide. And I remember a few years ago, I made a video talking about how I was worried about the team and how unimpressive it was. Like, it was just mostly super soldiers and assassins, like not really much variety in the team. But being here now after watching the movie and knowing that I had that opinion when they first revealed the lineup, I can confidently say I was wrong. This movie rocks. It's one of the best MCU movies since Endgame, and that's coming from a person who has been saying that there have been quite a few good movies since Endgame. Like, I like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, I like No Way Home, I like Wakanda Forever, and of course I like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. There have been some hits for the MCU ever since Endgame, so the people that have been saying that this is the only good movie after Endgame, you're lying to yourselves. Stop it. The MCU hasn't been fully back since Endgame. I'll say that. The MCU hasn't been back since Endgame, but Thunderbolts is a sign that we're heading in the right direction. This movie feels like the first project post-overhaul, releasing like 5 TV shows a year and like 4 movies in a year. This movie feels like Marvel was actually listening and actually gave it the time and love that it needed to be as good as it was on release. Now, let me talk about the movie itself. The movie itself is really good. The action pieces were so good. The fight that we get between all of the Thunderbolts fighting each other, oh my god, that scene was so much fun. And the following fights after it are just as good. I really like the action in this movie, the way it was shot. There weren't so many cuts, and I just feel like it makes the action flow so much more smoothly. Now, apart from the action, I feel like the story was really good. The way they did Sentry and the Void was really impressive. I really liked how they handled Bob's character. I didn't have much knowledge of Sentry before going into this. I did do some skimming through his origin stories and his powers and whatnot, and I feel like they did pretty good with Bob and Sentry. I really felt for him in the end. The Void is one of the best villains they've had in a while. The way that they did the Void is so cool. Just having a pure silhouette with only visible dots, white dots for eyes. It's really ominous, and I feel like they nailed it home with that. Let's talk about the other characters as well. Like, I genuinely felt for almost every character except one of them, which only gets like 5 minutes of screen time, and I assume you can guess who that is based on the promotional material that they've put out for this movie. There's one character that barely shows up apart from a few scenes, but I generally felt for these characters. The relationships and dynamics between them was funny, it was entertaining to watch, and I feel like they actually care for each other. Like, they're sort of a family, because all of them have gone through pretty rough shit in their backstories, but seeing them kind of like come together and put the trauma behind them to save the city, even though they might not even win, it gives a different perspective into these characters that really makes you feel for them. John Walker was one of my favorite parts in the movie. I feel like from being a character that I've almost purely forgotten about, apart from the scene where he killed the guy, he's become one of my most interesting characters in the MCU just by this movie alone. Same with Ghost, same with Yelena. The way that Florence portrays Yelena in this movie is so good. The acting in this movie is so good. Florence and Louis Pullman, I think it's the actor for Sentry, their performances were the standouts for this movie, and it really shows that they are basically the main characters for this movie. And Ghost was so boring in Ant-Man and the Wasp, but I was so interested in her. Her powers, her backstory was so cool, and I just feel like they underutilized and misused her so much in Ant-Man and the Wasp that I'm glad we finally get some good Ghost action. We also get get a little Red Guardian, which he's still Red Guardian. He's still the goofball, big, lovable hunk that we all know and love. But we also get a softer side of him when he speaks to Yelena that we haven't really seen before. And I love that they're doing this. They're making these characters be more open to their sadness and talk about what they're going through and knowing that they've gone through some shit. But as long as they're together, they know that they can get through the shit. And it's just really humanizing to see these heroes in that way, that I feel like it only could have worked with characters that don't have really crazy powers like Red Hulk or Abomination. So I feel like even though I didn't like this lineup when it first was revealed, it could have only worked with this lineup. Will we get another Thunderbolts with other characters with bigger and flashier powers? Probably. But it will probably not have the same feeling. Now, I hope for the best. I hope we get more Thunderbolts, and I wish we had more time between this movie and Doomsday, because I really feel like they're rushing into Doomsday and Secret Wars, that I'm worried about that part of the MCU. But as far as solo movies go, like Thunderbolts and now coming up on Fantastic Four, I have really high hopes, and I really hope for the best, because I know Fantastic Four is gonna be amazing. I still kind of worried that it won't be good, but after seeing Thunderbolts and thinking that this movie was going to be boring and bad, my hopes for Fantastic Four have only gone higher. Now, I'm starting to ramble, so I'm gonna cut it short right here. Maybe when Fantastic Four drops, I'll talk a bit more about Thunderbolts with the spoilers. And oh, stick around for the credits in this movie. I know it's a Marvel movie, everybody does it either way, but stick around for the post-credit scene of this movie. It's one of the best post-credit scenes in the entire MCU, and I haven't felt this hopeful and hyped for the future in MCU in a while. Like, I'm talking Thor Ragnarok levels of excitement due to a post-credit scene. So my final rating for this movie is an 8 out of 10 or 4 stars, whatever you use, whatever system you like, and I definitely recommend going to the theater in this movie. So yeah, check out Thunderbolts. This is your sign to watch Thunderbolts. Try not to be on social media, try not to look at billboards, because you will get spoiled if you haven't already. So yeah, that's gonna be it from me. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and hit the bell notification icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Stay safe, stay weird, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.